Hello everybody and welcome back to No, I'm Not a Human. I did a few little tests here and there. Nothing major has happened yet. We were basically starting just right after the tests that I did. We rested for the night. That's where we left off. An armed visitor hunter holds a group of survivors at gunpoint. You probably stumbled on them by chance. You hear snips of shouting and a crazed voice yelling. Who will survive in this new world? Not those guys. That seemed like a cruel joke. FEMA officers stand over the dead dogs. One of them is jotting something down on a tablet. Can a handful of people stop a horde of starving animals? Unlikely. It depends on how armed you are. What happened to my window? Something like glitched out. Two female officers stand by a lamppost staring at the hanging man. Looks like they've finally gotten around to the main attraction of the area. They look like clueless detectives, must be wondering how he got up there without a ladder. Yeah, like, it's a bit better. But yeah, the window seems kind of glitched out or something. Damn, it's boiling out here. Boiling, tell you. Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Look at me. Feels like my skin's melting. Melting, I tell you. Hotter than any typical resort I've stayed in. I just need a cold soak. Mind if I, borrow your shower? Not really, no. I would prefer not. I really hope he's wearing pants. Why do you need my bathroom? I'm serious, boy. I don't feel well. I need cold water now. I dragged myself all the way here, and for what? An insolent upstart to turn away an important man? I need to run this shit show. I was a minister. Minister? Isn't there supposed to be another? How is minister spelled? Come on, I can make it worth your while. You let me in now. When this is all over, I'll see that you're compensated. And well, I might add, when will this be over? That's a promise that you can't keep. You should leave. I know what'll do the trick. Yes, I do. Something from me. Coffee. What do you think? Does that sweeten the pot? I don't take bribes. Preposterous. Can't you see how poorly I'm faring out here? What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I didn't mind shoving him away. You feel that? Change is haunting you. So am I. And now one of your ilk is deathless. All because of a word. One single word. But what a word it is. You know who I mean, yes? Strange things happen around you. I don't feel anything. Must be tough. Sounds like you need help. Why don't we try something new? A gamble of sorts. There are at least two of us inside your house. You'll open the door for me. His dogs reside in their bodies now. Can you come back later? I don't understand. It's simple. Let's give it a try. But first, you alone? I'm not alone. Well. Even we are a rare sight now, let alone your kind, locked in their walls. Change isn't the worst thing coming for you. You don't think I lead the pack, do you? There are far greater things out there. I simply follow orders. Well then, till we meet again. He seems really interested in my house. Oi. Or we. No, we is O-U-I. Whole world's gone Pete Tong? Eh? This ain't a society no more. The beasts have come out to play. Finally, no more holding back. What are you talking about? You been to any of these other houses? Walked the streets? All your rules and morals have gone up in smoke, sunshine. Don't mean diddly no more. Simpler now. Tear a bastard's throat out and it's winter chicken dinner. That is a weird opener to be knocking on someone's door. How many houses have you been through? I never stayed in any one of them too long. Seen the same everywhere I go. Fear blinds people to the bigger picture. You've got proper order here. It's a rare thing, sunshine. I'm curious to see how you keep it. I don't really like this guy. People are starting to become more, like, angry. But I have a burnt up man, a crazy woman, 3 cultists, and a happy guy. I'm running low on people. Come in. Good boy. Power's the name of the game now, Sunshine. You can't either roll with it or let it roll over you. I plan on eliminating that guy pretty quick. Oh, I thought no one was home. It's so quiet here at night. Good evening. May I come in? Are you looking for something? Why do you ask? Well, I'm simply looking for the same thing as everyone else. Safety, and perhaps, if I'm lucky, some conversation to keep the boredom at bay. With it being so quiet, I don't think anyone lived here. So I thought to myself, I'll take a look. The door was locked, and I decided it would be polite to knock before breaking it down. That's interesting for an old man to say. Who are you? I'm a surgeon. Used to operate on the sick. Our ward is always short on funding, so I often ended up handing patients with conditions outside my specialism. And now the hospitals are gone, so I just wander, help where I can. If you let me in, I can tell you what happened to the hospitals. Sure, come on in. That has to be, yeah, that has to be the last person. Now, there's a very good chance people will die. There's a lot of people in here now. And 3 of them are in a cult. Surprisingly, no one has died. Good afternoon, now for the news. The situation in the city is gradually stabilizing. Some fugitives still remain at large. Meanwhile, corpse disposal operations have resumed, though new challenges have emerged. According to the last reports, packs of stray dogs are now roaming the streets. FEMA has deployed a team to address the threat. The agency has also announced a new identifying sign of potentially dangerous individuals: skin irritation. There's so many signs. The investigation into the attack is still ongoing. Whether the attacker attacked it alone still remains unclear. However, there is no doubt that FEMA still contained both this and the ongoing visitor threat. Call the hotline. As always, stay where you are and await further instructions. That's the latest for now. Up next, a report on the unfolding situation in the equatorial belt. Troubling news from countries in the equatorial region tonight. Widespread wildfires, extreme heat, and droughts are devastating multiple nations. Recent reports indicate temperatures so high that contact with the ground was enough to cause third-degree burns. The death toll remains unknown. Evacuation is currently impossible. Our government has so far been unable to establish communication with authorities in the affected regions. However, once conditions allow, FEMA officers will be deployed to assist with disaster relief. That's the latest for now. Stay tuned for updates. I'm going crazy. At least I have the cat with me. What is your deal? I don't have a name for you. Mittens. I don't know what your name is. I did not want to talk to you. I wanted to use the radio. To everyone listening, FEMA's trying to jam all signals to keep things under wraps. They want to hide everything that's going on in the city. I mean, that's an understatement. They're trying to blame it all on that psycho who killed everyone in the quarantine zone. Well, if he did kill everyone in the quarantine zone. If you're still in the city, get out. It's not safe. Avoid FEMA patrols. They're to kill you. Run while you still can. I'm sure he's fine. How's the cultists? How do I get rid of you guys? Worry not, homeowner. We won't be here any. We appreciate your hospitality, which you've done so much for us already. We stay in your room and stay quietly. You need some rest. Whatever you say, buddy. So, what did you lose? My family. Our home burned down while I was out. I was only gone a minute to grab some water and came back to smoke and ash. Took me a while to accept it. Kept asking myself, why did I leave all that moment? Why couldn't I save them? Maybe it's not the point. Maybe it's not about saving the past, but carrying it with you. They're still with me in a way. Their memory giving me strength. That's why I try to help people. I know what it's like to lose everything. What it means to find purpose after your whole world's fallen apart. I need to test your eyeballs. You have normal eyeballs. That guy has so far been clean as a whistle. I've done like the picture test on him. Where's that old man? Old man. Have we got a problem? Maybe. Where'd the old man go? You see people as animals? Let me ask you, Summit. What are you, what are we really? We kill, we eat what we kill, and we don't lose any sleep over it. It's natural, isn't it? Society, yeah, they put us on a leash. Lucky for us, those days are behind us. You happy how things are turned out? Nah, bruv. I'm glad people stopped hiding behind masks for the most part, yeah? The sheep ruin everything. They throw on wolf pelt and play pretend, fake the instincts of proper men, skulking in the dirt, or come out and have a straight fight, not that cat and mouse bullocks. But if you build yourself a pack, yeah, they've learned how to spot the fakes. You mean a wolf in sheep's clothing, you think a pack is better than society. And you don't? Back in normal society, you never have spotted one of those sheep. Too much idle banter, too many rules, you'd be tangled up in debate instead of doing what needs doing. That's why having that alpha is vital. No questions, no votes, he says it, you bleed and do it. Alpha don't show weakness, only that one pack survives, simple as. Where'd the old man go? That is so weird. Oh, there he is. I'm listening. What happened to the hospitals? Oh, it was awful. When things started to go wrong, people rushed into the hospitals. Everyone was desperate to know if they were a visitor. We tried to explain that we don't really know how to test for that, but nobody would listen. They kept pushing and shoving, making it impossible to treat those who were actually sick. And in the end, FEMA showed up, and well, they decided the crowds were a threat to outbreak containment, so they took all the patients to the quarantine zone, and the hospitals, well, they just shut down. Sounds like FEMA did the right thing. Sounds like FEMA put you out of work. To tell you the truth, after the hospitals closed their doors, I went to triage at one of the quarantine zones. So you're just another FEMA. Why would you do that? I wanted to keep helping people. My calling. I couldn't just walk away from that. Maybe. No, forgive me. I'm not ready to talk about that just yet. I have to examine your photo. Why not? You have to thoroughly check every little thing. I can only assume this must be part of it. He's got black dots. People always said I have a strange look about me. What do you think? I have one more test. His teeth. Why not? Perfect, aren't they? A friend of mine did that for me, free of charge. Pull out the gun. Made a mistake. I can save lives. About to take one. No, don't shoot, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So the old photo test didn't work. You know, we did save. I could save Scummit, but I don't think I really need to do that. We'll just put it under the FEMA thing, right? Yeah, we really don't like FEMA. We really don't like them. Ooh. I meant to do that. Okay, I keep checking down here as if something's changing, but I don't think anything is. Well, I really should have checked you, I feel like. You know, if somebody does die, We, you know, again, we saved. I can take the hit. The whole group is dead. Hungry dogs tear at their remains. Spent shells are scattered near the bodies. The hunter must have killed them and took trophies. The madness of this world has gone too far. I'm still shocked on how long the game, Diplomacy Day, has gone. Because I feel like it's just one of those things that it's just like, it's going to get worse. I mean, it's clearly getting worse, but it's just like, it's harder to analyze, and it's starting to go down the spiral of like, what do you do? Cultists pile firewood into a huge heap. They're planning to burn something. Their mad plan will likely reveal itself soon, but until then, how many innocent lives will be lost to their cause? You know, they just love culting around. On the road stands a crazed man. He holds a gas can and a Molotov cocktail. Is he planning to burn down the whole village? Does he not know these people are in quarantine? I just don't think he really cares. We need more people. That's the only way to avoid a catastrophe. Where are the people you took? What catastrophe? A major one. The authorities can't contain the outbreak. They're ready to blow up the entire city. The orders they expect us to adhere to are impossible. If we don't figure out a way to survive, someone will decide for us. What's going to take to fix all this? 2 more people. We're not taking everyone you have in there, just 2. We find a way to eradicate the visitors, we might, or we never meet again. I never want to see you again. The feeling is mutual. He took a cultist and the burn victim. That's all. Have a nice day. You know, the cultist probably isn't a visitor, right? Oh, yeah. I don't know why I was like, and done. Let us not waste time. How fare my flock? They're technically still alive. They're all dead? You took our only chance from us? No, one of them left. Well, this'll be interesting. I'm back. Tried to find that someone I mentioned. No luck. But I went through a few houses. This place is crawling with visitors. Did FEMA give up on this town or just this block? What if they only show 1 or 2 signs? Then you enact justice as swiftly as possible. Visitors feed on the weakness of the soft-hearted. That's how people get killed in their own homes. Since I'm here, tell me, do you know a stocky guy who wears a blue denim jacket? He's got a kid, little girl. Not sure how old. His wife. Well, I guess he didn't like his wife. Only the girl made it out. The guy's dead. His house burnt down. Haven't seen him since. Yeah, the girl made it. The guy's dead. Show me you're not one of them. Any part of you will do. Got a gun? We'll both go down shooting then. Uh-oh. My teeth. I smoked. Open wider. Come on. Don't shit yourself. Why are my teeth so clean? I smoked. You hear a madman behind the door spitting furious words with raw aggression. You can only wait, hoping nothing will happen. The haze of rage in the eyes of an armed man is more terrifying than any visitor. Turns out smoking 1 cigarette doesn't stain your teeth very well. I needed more cigarettes. I knew smoking would save my life. You hear his shallow wheezing. Bastard, he got me. How many more has he slaughtered? How many has he burned? Thought he'd drag it out, since I don't go down easy. He's gone quiet. Should probably check. He's super dead. Because of scum like you, so many are dead. People like you killed my friend. I'm pretty sure I shot him in the face. People like you will never let anybody live in peace. Do you think no one will fight back? I'll crush you. Already lost everything, but you still have something left to lose. Mines. damned by insanity. I'll drive you deep into the ground. I'll drown everything in your blood. What happened to me? I got shot and I went John Wick or something. Every bastard with a weapon in their hands dies today. Every last one. He really didn't like gun violence. Okay, luckily, as I mentioned, we saved. So hopefully we can kind of pick up where we left off. Okay, so I kept all of the cultists alive. I gave the tickets to the burned victim and the happy guy in hopes that the FEMA takes them. What catastrophe? What's going on to take all this? Never want to see you again. Okay, so they did take them. Yeah, and I checked my hands specifically to see that they didn't have dirt on them. Yeah, they're still alive. Thank you for all you've done. I'm sure you are tired, too, of all the noise, these oppressive times, the confusion. Death spoke to me not long ago. She hopes to meet you when the time comes. She may offer you a place to hide from everything, even from the end itself. I'm not sure myself what that means yet, but it does sound tempting, yes? So if he shoots me now, with my hands being clean, I'm going to be very upset. How do you spot a visitor? Don't hesitate. Only the girl made it out. Your guy's dead. Show hands. I have clean hands. Clean, yeah. Of course they're clean. Let me tell you something. Here's a tip. The ones who look normal, they're always the first to turn. I haven't got time for this bullshit. I'll test you properly next time. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Okay. I'm on a ticking clock now, basically, because it sounds like he's going to do it again. I also have the doctor again, who I tested repeatedly. He seemed clean. Though I do know that he could have been a visitor. Like, basically, this retry. Good afternoon, you're watching the news. The situation in the city remains unstable and the recent lockdown still remains in place. However, a new threat has emerged. Members of the cult have been sighted on the outskirts of the city. Some suggest that they may be preparing a ritual which appears to involve open flames. FEMA believes this group have been directly involved in the recent attacks on quarantine zones. Fortunately, due to ongoing situations, neither FEMA nor the military can spare a dedicated task force at this time. If any cult members approach your home, call the FEMA hotline immediately. I wonder if I'm positive I called the hotline before and I wasn't able to do anything. I feel like that's just a lie. To assist in those troubled times, the agency has also announced a new identifying sign: fungal growth in the underarm area. You mean athlete's foot? As always, stay where you are and await further instructions. That's the latest for now. An update on conditions at the poles. The sun strikes yet again. Scientists have released troubling new projections on our global climate. If the direct heat wave does not subside, melt waters from the polar ice caps may lead to catastrophic flooding. Researchers continue to investigate the cause of the ongoing climate anomaly. No answer so far. That's all for now. Stay tuned for updates. Okay. Well, nobody died. Why do I still have these cultists? Because death is the embodiment of mercy. We all fear her, but all our fears are justified. Consider, well, the world is no paradise, but a purgatory that torments us, and the question burns why. Much fear, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I give up. I don't want to talk to 3 cultists. I feel like I should rat them out. Where's my cat? Oh, there he is. Also, yeah, I guess I should listen to the radio. Yeah, the cultists they shouldn't have burned the bodies. It is drastic. If they'd means it wouldn't have continued? I'm not sure. Pet the cat. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder. Conciliation day. I also don't have very many people left. I have a lady who I'm positive is some sort of weird visitor. May I ask, what did you think of FEMA? I don't trust them. Good, me neither. Honestly, I don't really understand FEMA's motives myself, even after working with them for a time. But whatever drives them, I chose to help people my own way against their rules. The problem was transparency. There wasn't any, none at all. We were never told where those signs came from and what they were supposed to mean. They just handed us a list of guidelines, told us to label a visitor, who to let through, and after that, I no longer felt like a doctor, more like a border guard stamping papers. So I started falsifying reports, helped people escape. I'm sure you still have questions, but if you don't mind, let's leave the rest for tomorrow. She is the biggest conundrum right now, because she has a lot of signs, but you can't do anything about it. I am tempted to call FEMA. Actually, what I'm very tempted on. This has changed numbers, by the way, when I reloaded. It's very odd. I don't know why. Either that or I'm crazy, right? Like, this number has changed. I would like some kombucha. 2 cans of Energica. Can of coffee. I mean, the cat food is nice, but once you have, like, a good, solid group of people, and supposedly this is the final time, I don't think we need it as much. I might just do it just because, though, right? Like, it's probably for the best that I have this warding situation. Oh yeah, FEMA. 451. Supposedly, right? That's what they said, to call FEMA if I have cultists. If I have a cultist infestation. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do anything about it. Well, nuts. I guess I could stare at myself, right? Check my ears. Yep. Those are ears. What kind of report was that anyway? Armpits. Armpits has the skin irritation. What the hell is that? Looks like a rash, or worse, a fungus. Gotta clean myself up, maybe it'll help. Oh. Interesting. Eyes. Yeah, my eyes are better now. So my eyes were red before, but now they're not. Not red, nothing they can pin on me. This is very strange. Okay, nothing else has changed. We're good to go. Hopefully. That man is going to try to kill me, though. There's no time for this today. Oh. Interesting. Hello. Contribution to emergency response effort has been noted. We need people like you. Join us. That's unexpected. Why me? Why me? You're resourceful, proactive. That's exactly what we need. Recruits help us spot what we might miss ourselves, and right now we need new people. So here's the thing. We don't trust them, but it feels like this would be the best situation for yourself, right? Like, you're getting government aid to an extent in this situation. I don't think there's a better outcome than this. So, right now, if I had to choose the endings, we have let the Pale Man in, which I think is just the bad ending, you die. We have the angry cult man, or not cult man, but angry, like, visitor killer, who we saw that ending. We probably have a cult ending. By helping the cult, we'll then die, or something, or whatever. I don't think there's very many endings where we get out, like, this is probably the happiest ending. I'm ready. Good. Take what essentials housing will be provided. There's no point coming back here. Not anytime soon, at least. We're waiting for you. I'm curious if it will just be like, you done goofed. The end. You feel disoriented. Is this how FEMA usually recruits people? Am I gonna die in the back of this van? It's a big organization. You'll probably have to deal with a lot of people. There's no telling when they'll let you go home. I don't think you're, like, I don't think the world's getting much better, though. Sounds like you'll be working long shifts. How dangerous is this job, anyway? Very, clearly. I'm more in the mindset, though, of, like, survival, right? Whisking people away and hiring them on the spot. It's so strange. Is the turnover really that bad? Why else recruit so aggressively? It's not even clear what the work will be. Escorting people to quarantine zones? And then, what? You don't know what's become of your home. Well, last I left it, there was an old man in it. Nor what happened to those who lived with you. You get the feeling you won't ever be going back to your old life. From the briefings, it becomes clear that the job wasn't designed with long-term survival in mind. Your only regret is not bringing the poster with you. The poster? The isolation poster? It's just one of those things where, like, I don't think there's much better of a situation, like, from what it's describing, you're pretty much, yeah, like, this seems like a legit ending. I'm even getting credits. There's no better outcome. I think the whole point of this game is just basically surviving for as long as you can. And then, you know, going from there, because they don't make it sound like it's getting better as the game progresses. There's not like a climax and then a, you know, a descent of like, oh, you know, FEMA has finished their job. The fact that they were like, yo, we need to hire you, it screams it's not getting better, they need more people. And yeah, like, I feel like it's just the logical situation that most people would do, right? If a government agency was like, hey, we'll take care of you, you know, come join us, it's better than sitting in your home alone, fighting visitors yourself, because you wouldn't be able to make it. You would eventually run out of food. I mean, technically, the fact that the characters survived as long as they did is nothing short of a miracle. Like, you would need outside help. You would eventually have to buckle down and join FEMA or some other faction. And it was either them or a cult, which could be the better option. I'm not sure. But with how long this recording has gone, I'm happy with my choice. And I also cannot continue, so we can't see the other choices. So once you beat the game in that fashion, it's done, it's over. You can't reload from your previous kombucha save. So yeah, I'll treat this run through as a run through. I don't know if this will get attached to the previous episode and just be one really long episode. I probably will break it up slightly just because it is kind of long. But yeah, overall, it's a great game. I've played this game for probably a total of 3 hours, and I feel like there's still a lot that I could uncover. It's a fairly cheap game. I think it was like, because it has like a day one sale, so it's like 13 bucks or something like that. 13, 15 bucks. So it feels like a pretty decent deal. A lot of replayability. That's clearly where the main meat of the game is its replayability. Different endings, different kind of gameplay every time. I'm trying to think of some things that I would like if the devs like tweaked. Maybe the saves. I don't think the game needs you. I don't think it needs kombucha. I don't think it needs you to fight for a save file. 3 hours is kind of long for a single playthrough. Now, theoretically, you could just save your kombucha for like late game. You could play for like 2 hours and be like, okay, I haven't saved in 2 hours. I'm gonna use the kombucha. But like, the game kind of relies on certain things to happen for certain endings, like the cultists. I had to do that a couple times to get that final ending because I messed up. Because I showed him my armpits and I had the rash. And then I don't know which ones I would have. I think I cut out the armpit. You guys would have saw the eyes, I think. Eyes or teeth. I think I did teeth. But I did the eyes, I believe. And then the hands are the ones that I landed on. But yeah, I don't think the kombucha needs to be a thing. I think it needs to be more readily available to allow the player to, you know, sadly, I don't want to use the word save scum, but save scumming in this sense feels very fair. So many things can domino to then ruin a run, and it's just like, oh, I gotta do that all over again. Like, especially now, like, oh, I want to check out what happens if I don't do it. I have to play the whole thing all over again. And so maybe we will do later in the future. Maybe I'll do like more of a cut up version. This is more or less the full playthrough of, you know, the actual game. But overall, it's a great game. It's very enjoyable, very fun. I do think, though, it just needs to be a little bit more readily available with stuff. You don't get very many items, to the point where the buying of items feels almost pointless. Like, once you get certain items, it's just like, oh, I don't have to care. Like the cat, like, you might as well just do the cat. Get the cat, keep the cat, and then you're fending off visitors every time. Like, what's the point of the other items? So yeah, there's a lot of weird little like items things that I would say is my biggest complaint with the game. But who knows? Maybe I'm not analyzing it correctly. Maybe I'm, you know, looking at the small picture and not the big picture. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What are some tips and tricks, some things that you would like to see maybe fixed in the future gameplay of No, I'm Not a Human? Either way, I hope everyone has enjoyed this game. If you have, and you want to play this game for yourself or check it out on a sale or things like that, there'll be a link down in the description below that you can swing on by and keep an eye on for this game. I do recommend it. You know, genuinely, it is very fun. There's just, I could see some minor tweaks that people would like want fixed, I feel like. And of course, if you want to support this channel, feel free to do so by liking the video. Maybe sharing it around with some friends and family, things like that. It's always greatly appreciated, and, you know, their support, anyone's support, you know, even ever so small, it goes a long way. And of course, you can always comment, as before. Let me know your opinions on the game. There's hyping, which you can do 3 times for free, I think a day, for a video within 7 days. So you can do it for this one, or maybe some previous videos that I've done that you might be even more interested in. And of course, you can always subscribe to stay notified for more horror games, some more demos, some more indie titles, and some more lore that we've been doing on the side. Of course, every little bit goes a long way. I can't thank you guys enough for doing it, and hopefully I see you all in the next video. See you then.